So what now?
Let's see what Hobbs keeps tucked away up here.
So this is Hobbs's lair.
Not exactly the penthouse suite, is it? Nico.
What is it?
Hobbs's answer phone, and he's got messages.
Let's hear them.
You have 2 messages. Message 1.
Hobbs, Medovsky here. I'm at the airport. I have to be quick. My flight leaves shortly, and
Final call for passengers for flight BA470 to Barcelona.
it is a shame that you would like to be released from our agreement. It was mutually lucrative. But if that is your wish, I respect it. I shall send my men around to tie up any loose ends. Take care, my friend.
Message 2. Hello, darling. It's Bijou. Look, sweetie, but I'm going to have to put our little plans on hold. I've spoken to that insurance man and his girlfriend and told them pretty much everything. I want to be with you, Willie, but Henri's murder, you know. Anyway, I can't possibly leave here until his name is cleared. I feel so guilty, darling. Do you think he knew about us? Do take care with that Russian, my love. Bon voyage, my love. À bientôt. You have no more messages.
Wow.
So Bijou knew about everything. At least she was faithful to Henri in the end. And what if Medovsky's guy got here first?
What if Medovsky's guy's still here? I'd already listened to the answer phone. Hobbs's sandals lay on the floor. The sofa was a wreck. Another Hobbs masterpiece. It was a beautiful painting. I didn't have time to check out the art. I wouldn't like to try and clean anything in this sink.
Thankfully, I don't think you'll have to.
Washing brushes in the sink would have just made them dirtier. This is a true masterpiece.
A fake masterpiece, you mean?
A paint-splattered old dust sheet. That was never going to work. Apart from some old pipework, the cupboard was empty. Oh no.
What's up?
Nico?
Oh no! Hobbs! Is he?
Dead? Sure looks that way.
Poor guy.
He's been strangled. You know, maybe Simeon was right. It seems like anyone who gets close to this painting dies.
The painting didn't kill him, Georges. This is all about money.
Whoever did this was a professional. We need to be careful. Dead man's mints. No law against taking them.
You have no shame, Georges.
Hobbs had been strangled. Hobbs had got in way over his head and paid the price. Hobbs had got in way some sugar-free mints. Nope, I needed to try something else. Hobbs had some mints on him.
He won't be needing them now.
The skylight was leaking. Hobbs had been using the bucket to catch the water. The skylight... That wouldn't work. The mechanism was for opening and closing the skylight. It looked corroded. This one's really strange.
It's an abstract, Georges.
Of course it is. It was a still life. It was a still life. Isn't this beautiful?
It is, Georges, but we have things to do.
Nico, come and take a look at this. Looks like Hobbs has been busy. A map of Catalonia, sketches and notes on the painting.
Do you think Hobbes was looking for this tabula veritatis?
I think Hobbs was a lot cleverer than he seemed. I wondered what Hobbs was looking for on a map of Catalonia. It looks like a sketch of a figure from La Malédiction.
I guess Hobbes was mining it for clues.
A photograph of some kind of human pyramid. It's from an article about Castel Català.
It's Catalan, I think. Catalan Castle.
Hobbs linked it to his sketch of the human pyramid from the painting. Castel de Monson. Castel de Ruby. Castel de Montardo. It was an article in Catalan. It was an article in Catalan about a castel. Okay, so this is the human pyramid from the painting.
Look, Hobbes has highlighted Castel again.
And he connected the two. So this pyramid could be a castel. Something was familiar about this part of the painting. Marquez was interested in this sketch as well. It's scribbled all over it.
It must be important.
Another Ouroboros. Looks like Hobbs picked the painting apart for clues.
There must be something here that shows us where the tablet is.
It's the tree from the painting, the one with all the people in it.
Very creepy.
I needed a better idea. That wasn't worth trying. Hobbs wasn't the only one interested in the human tower in the painting. Marquez was clearly trying to figure it out too. That wouldn't make any sense. That wouldn't work. Simeon said that symbol on the face. So Hobbs had found a hidden image in La Malédiction. An image that Simeon had clearly found disturbing. This had to be about more than just insurance fraud. That would be pointless. I didn't really know what I was looking for, but I was sure there was a clue there somewhere. Castel de Besora. Castel del Sants. I think Sants means saints.
That's what Marquez wrote on the photo.
So that would make a Castel del Santos a Tower of Saints.
Like in the painting. This must be the clue.
Nico,
Yes, Josh?
what should we do now?
It's pretty quiet up here. Let's take a look around.
That painting would look pretty good back in the office. It was another fabulous painting. What do you think of this portrait?
It looks familiar. Who is it?
I can't put my finger on it. It was a familiar-looking portrait. Ooh, this one's a bit dull, don't you think?
It's supposed to be still life, George.
Another Hobbs masterpiece. The skylight was slightly ajar. The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded. That was never going to happen. That would be pointless. A beautiful scene.
Come on, George. We need to get going.
I had no reason to go back downstairs. Who knows what useful objects this cupboard might hold?
Don't get too excited, George.
Well, looky here. A useful bottle of Diet Cola. You never know when you might need a Diet Cola.
That's Hobbs's last bottle.
Well, he's not going to need it. A cheap bottle of cola. I dropped the mints into the cola and quickly tightened the cap again. I'd put the mints inside the cola bottle. It was about to blow. Washing brushes in the sink. That wouldn't make any sense. That would be pointless. It was a bucket used to catch drips. That wouldn't work. Castel de Galifa. Looked like we got all we could from that map. Looked like we got all we could from that map. We'd already worked out what Hobbs was looking for. We'd already worked out what Hobbs was looking for. We'd already worked out what Hobbs was looking for. We'd already worked out what Hobbs was looking for. Looked like we got all we could from that map. Looked like we got all we... The skylight was slightly ajar. The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded. It was a pair of old sandals. Whoever did this was a professional. We need to be careful. Hobbs had got in way over his head and paid the price. That was never going to work. Nico, I put some mints inside this bottle of cola.
Why would you do that?
Well, now it's pressurized. I'd already listened to the answer phone. I needed a better idea. I had no reason to go back downstairs. Apart from some old pipework, the cupboard was empty. I'd already listened to Not a snowball's chance. It didn't. They didn't go to. Well, it seemed like a good idea. It didn't work. That didn't. They didn't. Not a snowball's. They did. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. That was. That was almost. The painting was pretty abstract. The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded. That was never going to work. That was never going to. That wouldn't make any sense. Just had to loosen the cap a little and... The skylight was slightly ajar. Nico?
Yes, Josh?
Any bright ideas, Nico?
I think we should take a look around.
The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded. It was a bucket used to catch drips. The skylight was slightly... That would be pointless. That was never going to work. That was almost a... The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded. I had no reason to go back downstairs. It was a pair of old sandals. It was a bucket used to catch drips. Looked like we got all we could from that map. That wasn't worth trying. That wouldn't make any sense. A paint-splattered old dust sheet. I needed a better idea. That wouldn't work. The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded. I needed a better idea. It was a familiar-looking portrait. Another Hobbs masterpiece. It was another fabulous painting. I'm not a great fan of still life.
An acquired taste, perhaps.
Hobbs was at his best capturing detail. I'd already listened to the answer phone. Hobbs probably spent most of his time on there. That wouldn't have... That was almost a great idea. I needed a better idea. What do you think of this, Nico?
I don't know. Do you think it might be useful?
What do you think of this, Nico?
I don't know. Do you think it might be useful?
That wasn't quite right. What do you think of this, Nico?
I don't know. Do you think it might be useful?
Nico?
Yes, Josh?
Any bright ideas, Nico?
I think we should take a look around.
Whoever did this was a professional. We need to be careful. Hobbs had got in way over his head and paid the price. Nope, I needed to try something else. That wouldn't work. I needed a better idea. That was Simeon's notes were... The skylight was slightly ajar. That wouldn't make any sense. Smell this.
Oh, zut alors! I had an uncle who used to wear that. Maman told me to watch out for him.
It would have made a cool grappling hook, but then I realized the yarn wasn't strong enough to carry my weight. Tying the sheet to the crowbar made a halfway decent grappling hook. I'd always liked a dramatic exit, but now wasn't the time. That was never going to work. I'd tied the sheet and crowbar together to form a grappling hook. Well, that didn't work. I've made a grappling hook.
That's fantastic, George. We can use it to get out of here.
The skylight was slightly ajar. I'd always liked a dramatic exit, but now wasn't the time. The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded. Never in a month of Sundays. That wasn't quite right. That wouldn't work. Nope, I needed to try something else. That wouldn't make any sense. I had no reason to go back downstairs. That wouldn't have worked. Apart from some old pipework, the cupboard was empty.